in my opinion,
Mm-hmm.
as a man and as a person living in society,
Mm.
I don't think all men cheat or will cheat.
No, not all, not all.
I think there are some who don't and will not. But I think the biggest barrier for men not doing it is opportunity.
Okay.
And once you remove that barrier,
and when you get the opportunity, they will do it.
yeah, and there are men who genuinely will take steps to avoid creating an opportunity where they will be challenged.
Right.
You know, their willpower and stuff. But once you remove those barriers and the situation, right, I think
You think men will take the bait?
90-something%, and you remove that barrier and then you throw it in an added condition of they know they wouldn't get caught.
They will do it.
I think human nature or baser instincts will get the better of us there.
So my question to you, Mobsy, and you cannot really I mean, you can give your opinion coming from a woman's perspective, whatever, but you can't really say what a woman will do because you're not a woman. I mean, you can be more able to speak.
I can say what I think a woman would do.
You can say what you think a woman would do, right? But now my question is, so you saying practically most men, if they have the opportunity to cheat, they will cheat, right? So my question to that is, why is that the case? So do you guys
I have a theory?
Okay, so let me give my theory first, and let me see if you guys will agree. Do you guys agree, since the majority of men, right, if given the opportunity, will cheat, don't you think that is something biological that's involved with it?
No.
Mobsy, go ahead. Go first, Mobsy, and I'll take Jade next.
I don't want to say biological, Kieran, but I get where you're going. You're talking about nature versus nurture type of
right.
I think it's just our basic instincts. I think you could be raised in civilized society or in the jungle, and you'll find that behaviors would be very similar. That's my opinion.
What do you think it is, Jade? What about your opinion? What do you think it is? So
first of all, that the whole jungle thing, that is called National Geographic, Discovery Channel, all studies of tribes that have not been met with Western civilization and been corrupted. They don't have those issues.
Okay.
They don't.
Well, it's an issue because it's an issue. But it doesn't have to be an issue.
It doesn't have to be an issue.
It doesn't have to be an issue.
Right.
The point of they value monogamy. They have different structures of family. And also it's not what do you call it? It's not necessarily a nature thing, because when we use the nature thing, I always say every one of us need to shit. It can be coming down how it's coming down. We're not going to pull down our pants on a public bus or a public train to do it. You know why? Because we have some sort of control over something that is natural, something that is, we would call instinctual. If you need to go, you need to go, but you just hold it though. You know how to hold it, so you don't embarrass yourself in public.
That's a
right?
good point, Jade.
So there are so many steps you have to take to cheat. You doesn't slip and cheat, right? So what happens is we have trained men not to have to think about anybody except themselves. They can't, because if a man because if they have to think about somebody other than themselves when it comes to pleasure, then that means men are psychopaths. Because how can you justify saying that you love somebody, you care about them, you want to see the best from them, you want a good relationship, but 1 hour that's going to translate to 10 seconds of an orgasm is enough for you to erode trust, to cause insecurity in your partner, to make them feel like they are not good enough, to give them heartbreak and sadness that might never go away. And you're telling me that 10 seconds of an orgasm was enough to justify all of that?
To risk.
Bro, Kieran, let me tell you something. These behaviors transcend cultures, geography, everything. This is not like, I'm not saying there's one simple answer, but it's not just something we just learn and it's a conscious decision. Actually, it's part of our basic instincts, bro.
Okay, so
no,
and you have to make as a man,
you
literally have to make a conscious effort
not to
not involve yourself in this type
so
of
what
thing.
is the problem?
It's like it's unnatural.
Right. So
Jade,
And
I'm not talking about unnatural from what we know to be proper. I'm talking unnatural from what we feel in our bodies.
Right, Jade. So we're telling you from a man's perspective. We're talking from a man's perspective.
So I'm asking from a woman's perspective. If you guys are able to lift up 400 pounds of iron, because 6 months for every day for 6 months you train in. You know why? Because the payoff, the benefit, whatever bench they're doing, the payoff and the benefit for you guys is worth it. It is not worth it to you guys, it seems, to protect the sanctity of your union.
Well,
anything, the way men are amazing, y'all know how to put your baser instincts in check.
Take a look at myself, right?
Y'all know how to eat rice and chicken breasts without seasoning for 6 months to get abs. Men know how
to do. Generally,
men will stay under a vehicle for how long to fix a part on their vehicle?
Because you spend money on that shit.
It have no baser in.
Spend money on that.
You guys have constructed a society where you have given yourself space to blame your baser instinct, but that is not logical because you guys know how to put your baser instinct check.
Jade, hold on a sec. Wait, Leanne, wait. I haven't really heard Leanne's view. Leanne, what is your, if in terms of the nature,
you asked the women a question, you didn't ask the men a question, really. That's second wrong, lady. Men have to give their views.
Right. But I want to know what Leanne. No. Because remember, Leanne didn't answer. Leanne didn't answer to the part where I said that I think nature has to play.
You were saying you think it's biological, which I think that's complete bullshit because you need to have some type of self-control in whatever it is that you're doing. Yes, you can fight the urge whether or not to cheat, but I don't think that's a biological thing that you guys don't know how to just be loyal. That's just have the choice. Tell me something.
We raise the example of training and gymming and stuff. Look at me and Kieran body composition. You don't think me and Kieran want to be in shape? we want to be physical.
But if you set your mind to go in constantly to the gym, it can happen.
Yeah, let me tell you something. Set your mind is something that if everybody could achieve it, we would all be very successful.
We would all be good. We will be great.
It's not just something you turn around and do. Set your mind. Everybody want to go to the gym. You know, the gym is full on New Year's Day, and then by like February 20,
I get that.
I know how bad food is for me, and I know what fatty foods do to me, and I know it was a host of health problems, and I still eat it.
But then it all comes down to self-control. It all comes down to self-control.
So what I'm trying to tell you is, if self-control was something that was so easy to just pick up and do,
everybody
would do it.
Everybody would
do. You know what self-control is? Self-control is daily choices.
I'm not saying self-control is easy. Self-control is you growing a pattern into something. If you're constantly eating the bad foods every day, then obviously your mind is already telling you, that's something that you like, that's something that you enjoy. But then when you start building a pattern, going to the gym, trying to eat right, you don't have to do it every day, but you build a pattern into it.
It's not that easily, and it doesn't have to be.
If they told them, I have $1 million for you 6 months from now, if you can get a six-pack,
you would think.
These men.
You would think.
Hire a trainer.
You know this to be true as a man. A lot of us would fail.
Yeah.
With the money on offer, we would fail.
A lot of us would fail.
So coming back to that, right? Coming back to that. If Fee was there, because that goes to Fee. Fee is an avid. Fee loves food and Fee loves meat. But Fee trained his body to stop eating meat and to start eating healthy.
And Fee is one man out of many.
I'm not saying it's easy.
We have different mental composition.
I'm sure he did.
You giving yourself choice. You giving yourself excuses. Any situation that I am in is my fault.
I want to hear from Fee.
I don't say it's my fault. It's my fault. But you tell me I can just wake up one day and just decide not to do it.
Okay, so Nifa, let's take Nifa. Mobsy, wait. Let's take Nifa. Nifa, do you think it's?
I have an opinion, right? It's an unpopular opinion, and it may not necessarily align with the female's thinking. And my thinking is this, right? For men, when they cheat, I feel it's more physical, right? For a man, it's like this: you turn on, turn off, turn on, turn off. For us women, it's like You don't just walk into the room and a man take off his clothes and I'm like, whoa, I'm ready to go. No, it takes me like a little while. I have to be comfortable. Like you have to do foreplay. You have to do all of this stuff to get me to that point. For a man, as a woman comes in, she take off her clothes, boom, he's ready to go for the most part, right? So I feel like with men, if the opportunity arises, it's easier for them to just be like, okay, let me do it. Especially if they think they're not going to get
with
caught.
No emotional attachment.
So what about
no emotional attachment?
Just like, okay, let's cheat. Whereas for women, it's more emotional for us a lot of times. So like, yeah, we might see a guy that's good looking and stuff like that, but it's like they could talk to us and we might not like the way they sound. They might say something or eat a piece of food and we're like, yo, I don't like the way they chew. Automatically, you're not attracted anymore. You don't want to have sex with them anymore. None of that. So like all of those kind of we have extra barriers to kind of prevent us from cheating. On top of the emotional one of thinking of other people. Like as women, we have that instinctual feeling to like, consider other people. You understand? Like that's why we have the motherly instincts where we consider other people's feelings. Whereas with men, I think like a lot of them are not as emotional as women. So for them, it's like, okay, I'm turned on. The opportunity is here. Will my girl find out? If there's a chance she won't find out, I'll take it.
So